I hear Stevie Wonder. That girl thinks that she's so fine. Y'all with me? I'm going to come back to Stevie because there's something I want to say. He said, I don't want to be that guy. And then, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I was like, how do I talk about this and how do I talk about that? I think those that are hearing me pretty much understand what I mean by this or that, but I wanted to dig a little bit deeper. Where did that start? How do I identify with the this and the that? And then I thought about what he said about I don't want to be that guy, or when women are conveying to their girlfriends, I've got dealings with this guy or this special guy or that guy. He a nut, he a mess. Stay away from that one. Then I thought about, I was like, let me go to the Bible. Because like I said, I like to see and find out. And I was like, I put in that. And then I didn't see anything in the area I was looking because I went to Genesis. Anybody know where I'm about to head? I went to Genesis. And those of us that know about good and evil, we know about when sin came on the scene because of who? Because of who? You don't have to answer. Look at that! But I think it was around about in Genesis, the 3rd chapter. And the scripture said, and they heard the voice of the Lord walking in the garden. His voice walking. How about that? Yeah, like, what did you do? I'm going somewhere with this because I chuckled when I made the correlation. And when he explained himself, like, who told you you were naked? Who told you that? What did you do? And Adam went on to say, he said, the woman you gave me. Y'all see where I'm going? That girl, that woman, that man, that boy. Trouble! But what I found interesting is he didn't say that girl. He didn't say that woman. Bear with me. I'm going a little bit deeper. He said the woman you gave me. You know why he said the woman? Can you answer that? Let me help you. There was only one woman. He didn't have to say that. He didn't have to dissect which woman he... He said the woman. It was only one. And I was like, how about that? That is interesting. So, in today's vernacular, I believe Adam would have said it was that woman. That woman, she did it because of that woman. I'm going to go as far as to say the reason why I'm sitting in front of this camera with this lady sitting across from me, it all revolves around relationships. Huh? If I had not have traveled the road that I traveled, I probably wouldn't be sitting here right now. I'm going to say that for another time. But the this and the that. So I said, well, God, what is this? It's not a song. I mean, if you look up song, there's conditions involved to call it a song. So I kept working with it. I said to Renee, because we probably would have did this yesterday, but I said to her, I'm still toying with this song. While I was relieving myself, I had a thought. I was like, what if I speed it up? Because that's an area of comfort for me, to be at the mic, directing and, leading maybe a testimony service or something like that with a tambourine or, a congregational song. That's my makeup. So I sped up the song. I ain't going to do what I said, but I actually sang it to Renee. And she was sitting there like somebody tasting some food that somebody tasted for the first time. And she was like, I was like, well, look. I was like, well, I'm not ready today. I'm not ready to get in front of the camera today. So it's just going to have to be another day. So, like I said, look, when y'all see me in front of this camera, there was groundwork that had to be laid. This is not play for me. I'd rather be sitting in the seat looking at a movie, filling my belly. But the call has been made. He said, appoint unto them that mourn in Zion. Give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called the trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified. The call! There's a job to do. So I was like, well, Lord, what do you want me to do with this? You know I don't sing. How do I convey it? That's why I got these props, this, that. So on last night, I had that in the back of my mind. Y'all know when I woke up this morning, I heard life is more than this, so much more than that. And I was just listening. I was like, wow, okay. So, and then I heard these words. It said lullaby. I was like, oh. It makes you think of, kind of lullaby tunes that they use for babies, newborns. Come on. Preemies, singing to them. Sharing of themselves, making connection with that little one. And then there's something about, I call it a ditty, but it's something about certain tunes, they kind of stick. It came to me during a quiet time in the first place. And I said, even before the song came, I'm feeling this weakness in my voice. Even before the song came, I thought about these words. Even before. This is original, y'all. This is brought to you by Hype Central LLC. I titled it, More Than This. More Than This. It's a lullaby. Life is more than that. More than whatever you're going through at the current time. And I had to look up, I looked up lullaby. Y'all do it in y'all's own time. What is a lullaby? What is that all about? Repetition is involved. The pitch doesn't change very much. But it's usually something that sticks, hangs on. And I'm giving that to you all today. Life is more than this. Listen back later. Hope it's tuned. But look, even the tune, I thought about it. Like I said, I was going to mention Stevie Wonder later. Because when I was trying to identify what kind of music would work with that for me, I thought about, y'all ever, do y'all remember the song Stacy Lattisaw sang, it was Love on a Two-Way Street. I found love on a two-way street. But it's the beginning of it, the intro. The rolling, I think they're called Tiffany's. That rolling, that's what I was hearing when I was listening to Life is More Than This. You got the cymbal. I thought about Chuck Mangione in his fugal horn. I thought about, because there was a time I remember Terrence Howard, he had a scene where he was playing the classical guitar. It's in that family. I thought about, what's his name? Richard Smallwood, when he on the piano played the Lord's Prayer. These are the type of sounds I was hearing in my head when this song came to my mind. I wrote a couple of the names down. I don't know what I did with it, but a couple of the names down. I also thought about Stevie Wonder and his harmonics in the background. Just, I thought about Kenny G. Woo! Just for an example. So it's kind of in that family. That's what I would thought about. But then when I looked up lullaby, the thing about a lullaby, there is no music. There's no music. There's just a form of harmony. There's a form of repetition. There's a ditty that's easily picked up. And for children, there's something soothing about that. It slows the heart. Y'all read up on that, find out about it. But what I was about to say is this. Those of us that have a connection with spirit, you talk about being grounded and all of that. If you want to hear from heaven, I'm going somewhere, not because I read it. Bear with me in this folly. I believe as grown folks, I believe as people who say they're intelligent, I believe those of us that went to school every now and then need to come to ourselves and find our cool again. Bear with me in this folly. See a baby cooing. We need to find our Babel again. We need to get connected with spirit so he can commune with our inner man and come sup with us. If I was just about in my everyday with a little of this and that running about, I would have missed more than this. I would have missed it to share with you. Let me go a little bit further. Almost done, almost done, almost done. On Saturday morning, Renee, if it's not there already, on Saturday morning, I was sitting down and I had a thought. Can I digress for a moment? When we turn that camera off after a session, there's nothing in place, nothing in play that's coming next. What I give more times than not is hot off the presses. Lord, you give it, I'll give it. I know it's a little bit different with other people's presentations. You know, you got the light workers, you got the readers, you got the ministers, you got the apostles, you got the priestess coming forth. This is the way it was given to me. This is how it comes to me. And if it's something to be shared, I'm sharing it with you, with hopes that you're inspired. I want to excite. I want to ignite. Into activity. You know, the working title we had before Hype Central became Hype Central was Hype Man 808. That was the working title. Then one day I was standing in the shower. I heard the words Hype Central. And then I saw a structure being formed in my head having to do with school, having to do with training, having to do with being a hub central for those professionals, those specialists to come through, to work together in collaboration to reach God's people. That's why we're Hype Central today, because I was given that name. In my mind, I wanted to be Hype Man. Didn't I just say, I like to be on the other side of the mic with a tambourine, pumping the people up. Y'all remember back in the day, Saturday Night Live, I want to pump you up. In my mind, in the back of my mind, that's what I was thinking of. Hype the people up without artificial enticements. Being taught and reminded who God is, that he's in every place at the same time, that the earth is the Lord's, the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. Look, I'm not talking about nobody. But if you can't get your evil eye, if you can't get your special crystals, if you can't get your special candles, know that if divine, if source is your resource, he's there if you don't have those artifacts. He said, Lo, I'm with you always. The weapons of our warfare, they're not carnal, but they're mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. It doesn't stop there. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God. It doesn't stop there. Because we have made him our trust and habitation, he said, I've given my angels charge concerning you to keep you in all your way. You're never out of the realm of protection or safety. You don't need the tangible all the time. Trust God.